I like camp because you get to make new friends and there's a lot of fun stuff like, rafting, and you just get to do so much fun stuff.
My husband, he was in university full-time, and I had a small business that it was doing okay, but we moved and I lost a lot of clients, and so financially we were in a position where we weren't really sure what we were going to do. And I had a friend actually in Winkler that had told me about Sunshine Fund, and so I looked into it, and I guess at the time I felt like we've financially always been okay. So to go that direction felt like I was using something that was available to people that were in need, and I didn't always consider that I was in need, and then all of a sudden recognized, hey, this is actually available to us, because financially we were in a position where it was a stretch. And so I filled out the application, and it was really great. Rory really loves Rosa River Bible Camp, and it gave us an opportunity to send her back. So I might get emotional because it is an emotional thing for me. But yeah.
Well, this year I went to they have different, I don't know what to call it. I was gonna say subjects, but that sounds like school activities. Okay, yeah. Activities. There's different activities, and this year I tried a drama, and survival, which were two new things for me. And I also did, what else did I do? I think I did swimming and horsemanship. My favorite thing was survival, because in survival you gotta you make food and stuff, and I like food, so yeah, it was really fun. And then we cooked it over a campfire, and it was a lot of fun. I think it was maybe for half an hour a day kind of thing. Oh yeah, we made some sort of weird bread thingy on a stick, and we made a banana boat thingy.
Nice.
And I like the banana boaty thingy bobber.
I work part-time as an administrative assistant in a school, and unfortunately my position is dependent on how many students are in the school. So I started with a lot of hours, but this year we lost a lot of students, so then my hours got cut in half. So yeah, I haven't sent it in yet, but I will be in the next few days, and I probably will actually be filling out an application for our oldest daughter as well this year. So I guess the biggest thing is just stretching, meeting other kids, learning to be responsible, but also the giving back part is really huge. I find that as my daughters go through camp, they learn also through the counselors and the camp leaders what it looks like to give back, and that's something that I've never really thought about until just until recently. And I like the idea of the girls having Rory something to do throughout the summer, and just getting out and sort of being independent of mom and dad, but also trusting others in the process. So, and then we're Christians, so that plays into it as well, being at Rosa River Bible Camp, and just the leadership and the mentorship, and the faith base and the ministry that they share with the kids is important as well.
I would probably want to be a counselor, and I might want to work in the kitchen and stuff, and those are technically the only two options. So yeah, I like the fact they're volunteers, so they actually want to be there. It's not school, you're I have to go again. It's something they choose to do, so then I know that they want to be there, helping me and doing stuff with me. I'm not very good at like memorizing stuff, and every year we have to like memorize like verses, like a verse every day. And she was just like talking to me about that, and she's like, yeah, like I'm not very good at that either. And then she was saying like how like she pictures stuff in her head and like yeah, like she just pictures like, let's say like there's something about like a sheep or something, then she like pictures like maybe like a funny sheep or something so that she remembers, and then it's like a good memory kind of, so that it's like, oh yeah, I remember what it is now. And I just remember like, I'm like, that helps me so much, thank you.
I grew up going to Gimli Bible Camp. My mom went there as a teenager, and my grandma. And so Gimli Bible Camp was sort of the camp that, I don't know, I chose because I thought it was a pretty neat connection. And then as I grew up, I became a camp counselor, and I worked with, I mostly worked with the older girls, like 13, 14, 15-year-old girls. My heart was always very broken for them. Just a lot of girls looking for a mentor and someone to encourage them just to do life. And so that's something that I always loved until I got too old to be a camp, and I actually had to do real life. And then it just went from there. It was like, I needed to ensure that my kids had that experience, because it kind of comes full circle. It's like you go to camp and you kind of take away from camp as you're a kid, and then all of a sudden you start seeing, but the blessings are incredible, I think, tenfold when you start giving back at camp as opposed to just going to pull or to take from camp. And that isn't bad in itself either.
I also have an older sister, so she gets to go to camp, so I should be able to go to camp. I was really excited, like, and also like the first time I went to camp, it was just like a day camp. So, and I went with my cousin, and then when we came home, then we all slept on mattresses in the basement. I think camp's important because if you don't have a Christian family, then I don't know, then you can get to know God better.
I get very emotional thinking about what you guys do. It's life-changing, actually, for some kids. It moves them to another place in their life where they see, doors open, opportunities are made available, and I've seen it personally as a camp counselor and seeing kids' lives totally transformed. Yeah, it's pretty incredible.